Hi everyone, this is Alert Day Trading. The purpose of this video and the videos I make is to journal my trades, notice any mistakes I'm making, see if there's any corrections I could be making, and if you can learn from any of that, that is definitely a positive. So today I took 3 trades, 2 winning trades and 1 losing trade. So it's a good day. But regardless of the winning or losing trades, I've been really focused on following my plan to the exact plan that I have. And something I'm trying to do, I came across an idea, is to reward myself for good trades, following the plan. So something I'm doing is, if I want to increase my risk, then I have to execute 10 trades, 10 perfect trades in a row. Then that doesn't mean profits or losses. It just means following the trade exactly to my plan. And if I do that 10 times in a row, then I will allow myself to increase my risk. So that's my reward. Something that I've done in the past, for example, is I'll take statistics on a sample size of maybe 20 trades. And then if I take a trade that's not part of the plan, then I don't input that statistic. So I continue increasing my risk over time, but I'm not quote unquote perfect with my execution, my trading discipline. So I would continue to increase my risk, even though once in a while I'll take a trade that's not exactly with the plan. And usually, whenever I did that, sometimes I would take profits, but I would always end up, looking back and saying, "Gosh, I shouldn't have taken that trade," more times than not. And I think that really affects my overall results. I'm pretty pleased and happy with my results, but I'm just not. It's not exactly how I want the results to be looking. I think I could be doing even better than I'm doing. And I just need to continue improving on my trading discipline. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to let me know. I'm going to go over the trades I took today. So the first trade I took was on JD. That one happened to be a losing trade, although I did follow my plan, so I'm okay with it. So here's the opening, and we had a nice push up about over $100, 101. We had a pullback as we broke above these levels. That's where I entered, but we didn't get that continuation. I thought once we broke above $100, we might see a continuation, but it just never happened. As you can see, I got stopped out really quickly on this one at break even. I'm sorry, not at break even, at my stop loss level. And that was a quick loser. Did not take too much time to turn around. But either way, I followed my plan exactly how I would like to have taken my loss. And so that is a good trade, even though I took a loss. The next trade I took was a winner on AAPL. And this one, I used the 5-minute chart as well. As you can see, we were breaking above the all-time highs. We had a pullback, and this was the entry. And I did end up taking profits right below the this high, the high of day, which happens to be the newest all-time high. Obviously, I was hoping for a break above that for some kind of continuation, but we didn't get it. Once I take my first profit level, I raise my stop loss to break even, so that guarantees that the trade will remain profitable. And as you can see, it worked out to do that, because then the trade, look, we had a huge pullback down here. And then the last trade I took also ended up being a winner, and this one was a really good trade. So I, during this pullback, I was trading the other tickers, but I kept watching it, and as we broke above these levels, that's when I got interested. So I'll just draw a little red line here. This red line, as we broke above that, is when I got interested, and I waited for the pullback. And I think the 3-minute was also valid. Let's see. So yeah, so the 3-minute was valid. I think I might have entered on the 3-minute. But either way, it was pretty much kind of the same trade on the 3-minute and the 5-minute. I think because it's just kind of less candles, I might have just chose to use the 5-minute. But I think that entry was really similar. And so I just stuck with the 5-minute chart. And so anyway, the risk was about $1.50. So here was the entry right above this candle. And we went all the way up to 47.70s, which is about risk to reward of 1 to 3. So I took profits twice along the way, and once I take profits twice, then I use a trailing stop loss with the remaining shares. And as you can see in this red candle, both of those trailing stop loss orders got triggered. So I'm out of the trade now. As you can see, we pushed well below any of these entries. So it's really good for that I followed my plan. I didn't give away too much profit. So I took profits twice, and then the trailing stop loss to see how much more profits I can take. But I ended up just kind of taking profits kind of at the same levels that I took profits before. It's kind of how I do my trailing stop loss. But if we had continued even higher, then eventually I would have maybe taken profits at the next, the third profit level, and obviously, hopefully more than that. So even though we ended up getting 3 profit levels, I ended up selling at 2 and 1 profit levels with the trailing stop loss. Got a really big red candle here. But anyway, that is the trades I took today. If you have any questions about any of that, feel free to let me know. And if I look at any mistakes I made, honestly, I'm pretty happy with the trades I took today. I don't see, if I really, really have to think hard of something I can improve on, I think it's really hard for me to think of something. I'm just thinking, while I was trying to find stocks to trade, if there was anything I could do better. I can't think of anything other than maybe just kind of how I jump back and forth between stocks, stick with one or two. But at the end of the day, I think that's just kind of how I find stocks to trade. One mistake that I can think of is that I started to look up something not related to trading while I was trading. So just because I was in a trade and there was not really anything I could do in the moment. So in a way, it distracted me on what was happening in the trade. So I guess that would be a mistake. But since I had everything set, I felt comfortable with, distracting myself from the trade. And I think in a way that might be a good thing too, because then I don't get so caught up with all the ups and downs, when I'm still within my trade criteria. So for example, if I enter a trade and we haven't reached either the profit level or stop loss, it's kind of going up and down here. I'd like to distract myself so that I don't kind of mess up the trade. So in a way, it's a positive and a negative, but so that's the one thing that I guess I can kind of think about and see if I can improve on that. So really pleased with today's trade executions. And so that'll be it for this video. Just to remind you, the purpose of the videos that I make is to journal my trades, notice any mistakes I'm making, see if any corrections I could be doing, and if you can learn from any of my mistakes, that is definitely a positive. So good luck.